No, it just doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't let me. I'm playing Age of Empires 4, and it doesn't let me like hit the window button to go to the screen. So I have to like control delete it to get there. I don't know why, but it's. I don't know if it's because it's a full screen game and just doesn't let me do it. But have you played? Have you tried? Probably not. Hey.
Civilization 4? No.
No. Age of Empires 4.
Or Age of Empires 4? No.
Yeah, it's free on Game Pass. So I downloaded the
Oh,
big
I've
one.
got to update my credit card on there.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been playing it since day one, man. I love it. It's the campaign is amazing. I can't remember. It's really bad because like I play Age of Empires 3, but I can't remember in the campaign. But in this campaign, they do actual like historical battles, but then they take you to all these scenes. Like they actually had a camera crew, and you go to England, and they take like scenes and then they kind of like put in like, oh, so like King Edward's like army was leaving France to go to like England, where he was like fighting for the crown and all that stuff, and like they show all that kind of stuff, and it's super cool, and it's really like it's a nice historical lesson and stuff, and you know, and they show you a lot of the forts in England and all that stuff, and I find it super interesting and really engaging actually. And yeah, it's a fun little game to play. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 31 of One Podcast for Nerds. I'm just going to lean into this as we go. I'm your host, Andrew, and with me, as always, is Nolan.
Hey, what's up?
And Austin.
How's it going?
As always,
we should have catchphrases.
We should have catchphrases.
I have
agree.
like 6 by now. You guys just need to catch up.
Yeah, honestly, he does have quite a bit. I'm a beagle is one, and I don't know. He doesn't know this, but he was singing. You were singing a song in the last episode or whatever. I don't remember.
Did
and
you
I put
that?
Well, it was already in there. So like I actually didn't cut it. I didn't even cut our intro. Like it's us talking and then going into the intro and then starting the show. I didn't cut any of it. I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. So whatever. And so it's us like talking. But anyways, and then I cut out that bit of you singing and I put it at the end again because it was funny. So that's what I did. Anyways, remember you can always follow us on Instagram and Twitter at One Podcast for Nerds. That's number 1, number 4. And on Twitch, which I have not streamed. I should stream me playing Age of Empires 4, but I'm not. And yeah, remember you can always go to Main Jams. You find the description below. You get a cool mug with our stuff on it. I should do like a funny ad or something for that, but I'm way too lazy now. Remember, you can always email us at onepodcastfornerds@gmail.com if you want to get into our Discord chat. We have until February to do that, and then we're gonna have to start charging for it and stuff. And yeah, I think that's all I wrote. So yeah, I've been playing Age of Empires 4, and it's pretty cool. I'm also like super bad at it still, so just trying to get all that shit together and finding that right skill tree to kind of move up with like upgrading your like units and stuff. So I'm the best, but England's pretty good because they're a good defensive civilization, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. And so they're really good at building walls really quickly, and archers are super strong. You get longbow archers, and you can build like towers on your walls, which you can do in 3. And you can put your archers in those towers, and they like defend it. It's really good. It's almost like a tower defense game in some shape or form.
Oh yeah, dude.
So
cool.
But yeah, yeah, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So
I got this really.
He's
cool,
also eating.
Yeah, I know that was on me.
I have this really cool Dark Lord deck I'm running. It's essentially. The whole point is to get all your magic cards and monsters into the graveyard, and then special summon your monsters from the graveyard, which then makes it so you can activate the effects of the magic cards and trap cards from the graveyard without any negative effects. And I just really like I kind of stumbled upon them because I just like the designs of them. They're all like kind of like based off of like seraphims and everything like that, and which are like special angels.
Yeah, I did Rise of the Red Eye deck, and I just had a lot of like quick summons of Red Eye's Black Dragon, I had a really good dragon deck for a while, and a lot of mine were like kind of like what you had, where you had the red eyes egg or whatever it was, and you could use that out, and then you can summon a red eyes dragon like that turn.
Mhm.
And so like I was really quick to get my my attack power up on my monsters, because then I had nothing. Like basically I had like a bunch of really good red eyes, and I had other red eyes that would allow me to summon other red eyes, and it was like a domino effect. But then like most of my magic and defense cards were, or magic and spell cards were just buff ups, so where it was just like a real pain in the ass. And then I had a special dragon that if I could use 2 normal cards out of my deck to special summon it rather than having them on the field. But having that for every dragon I had on the field, it was minus 500 attack for their units.
Mm-hmm.
So like, man, it was hard.
Yeah, but it usually is, right? Like, the reason why I'm enjoying this now, like my buddy had to make me a broken deck because of how bullshit this game can be, right? Like in the anime, whenever you watch the anime, like everybody's deck seemed kind of competent, right? But when you're playing through this game, let me tell you, literally everybody's deck sucks, right? So you're sitting there going through and you're just getting your ass kicked over and over and over and over again until you get lucky enough to win, until you get enough card points to buy, to pull cards to make your own deck, which is actually good. But
I actually didn't find deck building that hard in that game.
the
At
deck
all.
building is good. The fucking using like the character decks and everything like that.
I was Seto. Seto Kaiba was my main, because I used dragons, and he had the field card that would like boost their attacks by 300.
My first deck I made was a Cyber Dragon, because Cyber Dragon's kind of broke the game for a while there, and I really liked it.
So like on the basis of like having that game, and like all like you were saying earlier, like yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh's really changed since like, you know, we were kids and whatever like that. And like, yeah, that's super true, because like I hate how they added all the worlds. And then I kind of also hate, I think the one thing I don't like about that game is they add all the worlds, but then when you go and fight online, like it doesn't matter what kind of deck you have, so you can synchro summon, you can do all that stuff, right? As like, I think you should be able to like fight in whatever world you're in. So if you're in regular Yu-Gi-Oh, you should just be able to build with regular deck, regular cards, and fight the regular way. And then when you move up and stuff like that, it should change and allow like basically build off what's already known. I think that would be a way better mechanic in that game than what they have it set up like now. But that's just me.
Either way, like even if that happened, I have a pretty good Gravekeeper deck that would keep me pretty set up. The problem is like, what can we do, right?
Everything. We can complain. You should, of all people, know that. That's what you do like a lot of the time.
You have power.
Yeah, you always you literally write for consumer rights.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, you do. It's like all you do on here is complain like 9% of the time. Oh, hey, guess what comes out in 3 days?
What's that?
Skyrim.
Oh god.
I'm gonna spend the 20
40
bucks and get
second
it.
release.
I'm gonna spend the 20 bucks and get it.
A waste of
'Cause
money.
I have the definitive edition, which I also only bought for $20. So on the PC. Well, I don't own it on anything anymore. Like I didn't buy it for PlayStation. I did buy it for Switch, and then sold it back for like 30 bucks. So it just, I don't know. I'll play it, but I'm not like eager on it, I guess. Like I just want to see like the difference, I guess. I'm really curious. But also my Legend of Zelda Game & Watch comes out too this month, which I've been trying very hard to find a second one, but
So
I can't find one anywhere.
when are we streaming Zelda where you play and I talk, because that's the most interesting way to play it?
When I get a capture card, I guess. What Zelda you want to do? Actually, I don't know. It depends on the Zelda you want to do.
Well, I was gonna. I don't know. I think Wind Waker, because I think Wind Waker is the best one in my opinion.
Oh,
but-
see, I have an emulation of Wind Waker,
Oh, okay.
so I can do that. I
do
also
that.
was gonna say I've been really into the Capcoms, the Legend of Zelda Capcom versions. So like Oracle of Ages, Seasons, and Minish Cap. I've been playing those pretty heavily right now. I'm almost done Ages. and then I'm gonna go do seasons, and then I'm gonna finish off with Minish Cap because Minish Cap was the third one in that series, and I don't think Capcom touched a Zelda game since then, which kind of sucks. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're really fun. They're like kind of like an homage to like Legend of Zelda DX
Okay,
for
hell
the
yeah,
Game
man.
Boy. So, and I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Breath of the Wild. It's a great game. I love the exploration of that game. I love, making the food and the fights and the combat system in that game. I do hate that it didn't have dungeons, though. I'll say that much. And I also, that was kind of actually about it. I think I just wanted more dungeons. It felt like other than all the explorations, it was kind of felt like a quick game. Like it wouldn't take you long to actually beat that game. It was relatively easy. But I do like the homage to like the old style dungeons and the puzzles that you do and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. And and also because the Capcom versions don't include Ganon, which is nice. Like it's always a different villain, and I kind of like that as well. Oh fuck.
That was my favorite part about Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to not have a villain. I also hated Skyward Sword though, so
Really?
and that game was way too much like up and down and fast traveling or not fast traveling, just it was a lot of like back and forth. Like if you want to do the quests and shit, it was just a lot of like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, as opposed to like compared to like what what was the one before that? Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. But I don't like Twilight Princess because it's
See, I like
edgy.
Twilight Princess.
It's edgy.
That was the last one I played.
Yeah, I like the edgy though. It was nice that they did. Though I will say that like it was nice, like Skyward Sword. They took a lot of things from Skyward Sword and put it into Breath of the Wild, which is kind of nice. So like the stamina gauge and all that shit, they all took that from there. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I've actually really been doing. Oh, I continued because I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII, so I've continued playing through that and trying to finish Final Fantasy VII. So
Oh yeah, man, good game.
it is a good game, man. I don't even know. I put it down and never came back to it. But then like once I got back to it, I just couldn't stop putting it down. So it's man, it's a really fun game. I thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah, I think that's all. I haven't played Metroid since I beat it, so I might just lend it to Nolan and let him play through. Oh fuck.
Then we can do
I
a
need something to
sword
play
attack.
because right now I'm hating you guys because all I'm playing is Pokemon fucking Go.
Dude, it's so
That's
good.
a good game.
My
Fun.
kids and I played that for like 5 hours today.
It's a fun game. You
I
deserve
mean,
it.
most of the time it's them playing, not me, but going for walks, seeing Pokestops, doing raids. I've had this game for like 3.5 weeks, and me and my kids have caught 1,500 fucking Pokemon and visited 818 Pokestops.
That's like a day's walk for me, man.
Fuck, dude.
Oh, my
Day's
kids are fucking
walk.
loving this.
It's a good game, dude. I'm almost done the stupid mischief thing. Sorry, I got attacked, and I fuck, man. Ugh, it was just so shitty. I got attacked, and I had very little spearmen to spare for this attack because I'm garbage. I've been trying to gather resources.
Well, I have
love
to evolve a
RTSs.
Magikarp, but I need 400 candy, and because I've only caught one Magikarp, I've got like 6 candy. So, and I need 400 to evolve that. So
he's your buddy though, right? Or no?
What's that?
Is he your buddy?
No.
Why don't you make him your buddy? Don't ask me how to do
He's
that.
not gonna give me 400 candy as my buddy.
Well, I think you walk kilometers, so walk 400 kilometers. You get 400 candies. Damn it!
That does sound like a better idea.
That probably is a better idea. Yeah. So right now, my buddy is whatever the fuck the two-headed dragon Zoelit.
Oh, he's probably gonna be there for a while. Holy shit! Because is it from Zweilous to High Dragon like 1,200 candies or something absurd?
No, it's only 100.
It's only 100, really? I thought it was like fucking crazy. Kind of like the same thing they do with what's it called? Meltan.
No, but he's a perfect Pokemon. So he's like 4-star. Some people call him.
Ooh,
And
that's actually quite impressive.
I have a lot of good 4 stars. So he's one of my ones that I'm like raising to the max. He's actually at max CP, so I just have to basically evolve him, probably give him a little more CP. But he's almost my best friend in the game, so he gets a CP boost with that, and so he'll actually be even stronger. And I've also decided I'm going to probably best friend most of my Pokemon because I'd love to give a lot of my good ones a CP boost. I have a Tyranitar in the gym at TRU right now.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So, I got a Pokemon in each of the gyms up there too.
Yeah, so I've just been trying to like do my best to. I've been really lagging on that game though when it comes to gyms because I'd be having around 4,000 coins like all the time. But just lately I've been really dropping the ball here. So hopefully I can kind of get back to it again and do a little better like I did last time.
Not that long.
But yeah, I don't know. Pokemon Go is great. I really enjoy it. I'm super excited for Legends of Arceus. So,
dude, the designs of the characters are definitely starting to grow on me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say I totally thought it was gonna look better though than like what it does. Like the preview just looked so. I don't know. It just looks so out like beta. It didn't look like it was like fully done.
It looks so
yeah, it just doesn't look like it's done. So I guess it was just kind of shitty that way. I thought it'd be better, but I don't know. It is what it is. Like, there's not much we can do about it. So
it is what it is.
But yeah, anything anyone's interested in talking about? Anything? I'm thinking about changing the name of this podcast almost. Not really, but I kind of want to change its direction.
I mean,
we change direction, keep the name.
We're talking about video games right now.
No, I meant like just talk, like we can talk about nerd shit, whatever. Just have it more open ended than what it is.
Well, I mean, we were just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. We can't get more nerdier than that.
Well, I meant like I don't know, whatever. We can just talk about whatever.
Yeah, no, it's hard because there's not a whole lot of shit going on right now, right? Like at least interesting stuff, right? I mean, if Nolan ever gets his PlayStation 5, we could play this cool game on the PlayStation right now.
Which is, if you say Destiny 2, I'm gonna slap you.
No, I don't need to. It's like Destiny 2 is like heroin. I'm not gonna get my friends addicted to it because that's just not cool.
I have Destiny 2 on my PC. I just haven't touched it. Actually, that's a lie. I did play it for a little bit.
It's just. It's like an ex-girlfriend. Nolan will understand this. It's like an ex-girlfriend, right? She makes you feel bad. She berates you and everything like that. But she's super hot. Yeah, but she's super hot, so you just keep going back, right? That's Destiny 2 with me. I never leave feeling good or proud about myself, but I always come crawling back to Destiny 2, man.
So you're insane, and
yeah, pretty much. I have a problem. It's called. I'm just going through the PlayStation Store right now. Free games this season. I don't care about Call of Duty Vanguard. Where is it? Is this really cool? Like, it's like essentially. You remember Among Us?
Yeah. Oh, you want to play that game? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it's called though. It's like you're in outer space, and it's like there's way bigger lobbies and everything like that.
But also it's because it's real people though. Like you're kind of playing like you all take kind of like a role or something like that, and you all have to like do certain things. But there's one of you that's a killer.
Two.
Or there's two of them, or whatever. And you have to find. Yeah, it's like it's like Among Us.
But it's really cool, man. It's really cool. I think that'd be really fun.
Forgot that game came out. I was on that they dropped that on the PS whatever the fuck video showcase thing.
I thought it was really funny that it came out and it's like immediately free on PlayStation. This is like the first time that this has happened because I'm on I don't have Game Pass, so I don't get games for free like everybody else does right away.
Well, it's not the first game to come to Game Pass, or it's not the first game to be announced for PlayStation and then be free.
Immediately free.
Yeah, that was Fall Guys was one.
Yeah, but Fall Guys was a free game. You actually normally will have to pay for this.
No, you had to pay for Fall Guys.
Really?
Yeah, it was $22 everywhere else. Only PlayStation, it was free. What else was there? Bug Snacks was free on launch. What else? There was a few. There's been a few games that have been free on launch for PlayStation and got charged everywhere else.
Okay.
So
what was wrong?
But that's actually why a lot of people were pissed with Fall Guys, because it was free for PlayStation. Huge follow up, and then when it came, I mean, it was solely launched on PlayStation, but then and then it eventually came to everything else. Then when it came to everything else, people had to pay like $22, I think, for the game.
I think is hilarious.
Yeah, so that was that. But no, yeah, wasn't Knockout City free on launch, or was that something, or was it that Rocket? That I thought
Knockout City came out. It was like a beta that was free, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then if you got it, right, if you enjoyed it, then you could buy the game, right? But they had it like a trial version for free beforehand.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I'm actually I'm waiting on Deathloop to be free on Game Pass. That's why I'm not getting it. That's why I haven't bought it yet. I really want it, but I'm waiting. I also have a deep feeling Guardians of the Galaxy is going to come free on Game Pass as well. And so I'm also not going to buy that game.
It's so good, though.
I know, but I'm going to wait.
It's really, really good. Like, you know how everybody's always just like, Avengers sucks and like fucking Square Enix sucks and everything like that for making Avengers. It pretty much saved Square Enix's deal with Marvel and Disney. That's how good that game is. It is. I thoroughly enjoyed it through and through.
Well, it's actually kind of funny because even Square came out saying how disappointed they were with the Avengers game. They're like, it was a disappointing turnout. They thought it'd be a lot better, but it was a very ambitious game to begin with.
That's true.
Also, COVID hit like just before launch, basically. So who knows how much that affected it as well, right? So, but they also didn't even come up with much of a roadmap of where the game was going to go. But then again, COVID. So you got to give them the benefit of doubt for that reason. So that kind of made people a little like nervous as well and stuff. But I mean, that's good. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that. I mean, I don't know. Insomniac kicks it out of the park all the time with Marvel. So
that's true.
But I mean, some people need to deserve. Some people deserve some more Marvel games. It can't just be PlayStation solely. Like, it's all the fun ones.
That's true, but I can understand if PlayStation and Sony have the Marvel game deals, and that's just how it is, right?
Yeah, but I do think when Spider-Man 2 comes out, I think Spider-Man 1's going to go to PC. I think that's super likely to happen.
It'd be a smart move to do either way.
Yeah, I mean, the game's 4 years old, so by the time Spider-Man 2 comes out, so yeah, man. I mean, throw it to PC.
Good too, man. It is so good. It's such a good game.
I know. I played through it again for like the second time before I got into Miles Morales and then beat Miles Morales. Both those games make me cry. They're so good.
That game broke my heart, man.
Yeah, man. I know. That was a really good game. Don't spoil it. Nolan hasn't played it yet.
I was so close to spoil it, man. Just fucking the whole conversation that he has with the one guy, it's just like I was like, oh my heart.
It was it's a good game though. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Spider-Man Miles Morales is really good too. It's weird though, because like it's weird having a PlayStation and not having that. Like I have a PS5, but I don't have that many games for it. Like there's just nothing really out there right now that I want until next year, basically, at this point. Like, I really want Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, and Spider-Man 2, and Wolverine. Like, I definitely want all those games. But there hasn't been anything, like, super catching my eye right now. And, like, Nintendo has really got me at the moment. But, I mean...
Yeah, but let's be fair, Nintendo always has you.
I know, except for, okay, so I've been on the Nintendo shop channel for the Switch trying to get that goddamn N64 controller for literally 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks since it came out. And I am on there every fucking morning looking for a controller. Every morning I'm looking. And so when they pre-launched them, I didn't know, which sucked. And so they're like, oh, we'll have more at the end of October. I'm like, oh, okay, well, they're probably gonna have more like launch day. There that morning sold out. Fuck. I'm like, okay, well, temporary out of stock, more will be in whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. Check again, nothing, check again. So for 2 weeks straight, checked, nothing. And I'm pretty sure they had more today and I missed it because now it says, oh, more controls will be available in 2022. Fuck you.
That does suck. It does suck.
Fuck, man. I mean, like, I waited over a year to get the Super Nintendo controller for Switch Online. So, like, fuck, I'll wait. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, Nintendo won't outlast me. But, yeah,
So,
I just...
dude, you need some kind of fucking loyalty reward from Nintendo.
Dude, they should sponsor us is what that shit. Anyways, but yeah, I really want that fucking controller so bad. So, I'm just waiting. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
well, when you publish this episode, send them a link.
I will directly to Nintendo, being like, "Fuck you, I hate you. Make more goddamn controllers. You knew this was gonna happen. I know you knew this was gonna happen.
How can you do this to me?"
Yeah, fuck every time. But apparently, so like a lot of people have issues with the new Switch Online expansion pass, which is fine. And apparently, I guess during a briefing call with like investors and stuff like that, Nintendo's like, yeah, we're like gonna like work towards making Nintendo Switch Online better and blah blah blah. Like, I'm paraphrasing, that's not word for word. So I kind of hope they do a better job. I mean, it was really funny because I was talking to my friend and I was like, dude, I really want that controller. He's like, why? I'm like, I love the N64 controller. I mean, I know they're rose tint glasses right now, and I know once I have that thing in my hand, I'm like, this is a piece of shit, but I want it. And so like, we were talking about it. He's just like, man, it's the worst controller to hold, like the whole prong thing. And then we started going into like how like Star Wars, when they like did like episode like 1, they were using like the N64 controller for like an outline for like a Naboo starfighter, Jar Jar Binks' face. I told him that sometimes people like put it at the end of a stick and go like challenge Poseidon, being like, I have the real trident. Mm-hmm. We went on a whole tangent with like what you could do, like why they made it a prong controller, like whole thing.
I like how Nolan's no one else will probably see this, but whenever Nolan laughs, his fucking webcam kind of shakes up and down like this.
Oh, it's because got it. Oh man.
Do it again. That's so funny to me. I don't know why that's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean on my desk and I was laughing and just shaking everything.
I know, that's what I was saying. It just made me laugh. I wasn't expecting it. That's all.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I just really want that controller. I'm super excited for it and stuff. Just trying to think what else there is that I care about, but there really isn't. I mean, yeah, it's been a really slow week. It's the 15-year anniversary for the Wii and PS3.
For the Wii, really? Wow.
Yeah, Wii came out 15 years ago.
And Nolan, you know what's really funny? One of these
years,
years,
I have 15 of them.
I was, damn it, fucking knew exactly where I was going. Fucking exactly where I was going. I was going to say, one of these days, Nintendo will finally catch up to the amount of Wiis you own, and then you'll have like that perfect moment, you know, when your 47 Wiis will get to the 47th anniversary, you know?
I have 5. That's still 4 more than anyone else needs.
Technically, it's 5 more than anybody else needs.
So many Wiis.
Because they were so cheap, and I bought them for the fucking controllers. And when I bought one, some woman had an extra one and gave it to me.
You should just buy like as many Wiis as you can, and just put a whole wall of Wiis in like your like entertainment room when you get a house.
Honestly, you should make some give them to Victoria so she can make some like art with it, and then you can hang it up in your house.
If the Nintendo eShop channel wasn't closed on there, they'd be worth it.
Oh, absolutely, they would be.
So there's a lot of good games.
Good stuff. So much good stuff on there.
Yeah, there was a lot of good games on the eShop channel, but fuck, man, that was really iconic music, man. The Wii and its music was incredible stuff. So really good music that made that fucking made that console work.
My kids still play on the Wii every day.
You still play the Wii every day?
My kids do.
Oh, well, yeah, they're playing Mario Kart Wii, right?
that and Star Wars and they're
Star
loving
Wars.
Wii Sports.
Oh,
The
it's
Star
Lego
Wars
Star Wars.
Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew where you were going with that. You know what's funny is Mario Kart 8 finally outsold Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, really?
The deluxe one. Deluxe version, yeah.
What to say? That's
But-
that is actually impressive.
I waited a long time for my Wii. I unfortunately hit the out of stock phase when they couldn't make as many consoles as people wanted, similar to what we're going through now. And I think it came out in November, and I didn't get mine until February of the following year.
The following year, okay, I was going to say, I'm like, well, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Fucking
So,
PlayStation 5's been out for like 2 years now.
They're not easy to get. I don't want to say they're easy to get.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't fucking lie to me, Andrew.
The chances of getting one are actually pretty good. If somebody goddamn responds when I send them a text. I'm just gonna, you know what, man? I'm just gonna buy you one when I see it next. I'm just gonna buy you one. And then you just give me the money.
Give me the fucking money.
Okay.
I've got the money.
Every time it's like every time I click on the link, add to cart, and then like I just go for it.
I got my tip money right here, man.
All right, cool. You can e-transfer me. Go to a bank and you can throw that shit in front of them. That's
It's a bag full of
disgusting.
loonies and toonies.
I really don't want anything to do with that bag.
Little bag,
Actually,
man.
wait. You know what? I'll take the whole bag because I know there's more than what the PlayStation 5's worth. So you know what? That's a deal for me. I'll take the whole bag.
You know what? I'll do that because I've taken most of it out and put it in the bag because I've got enough for probably fucking 2 PlayStation 5s now.
Jesus Christ! I dump my money into
This
my
is the
account.
other one.
I dump my money into my account every like 3 months.
Well, the plan was to save up for my PS5 and then
Well, now you
I
get
counted
PS5
one day and I had $1,300 in tips.
Get Demon Souls. That's what you should get.
When you get PS5.
Ratchet and Clank, Demon Souls, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. You should get those 3
Well, I
games.
really want the Ratchet and Clank package.
I know.
Bundle.
Well, whatever. You just buy the game too. Because I think Demon Souls would really get you back into gaming. Like that would really like heighten your skills up, I think. I mean, you get pissed off, but
He really likes that like gothic, like really down and dirty kind of gothic medieval kind of novels and stuff like that. So it's really up his alley.
yeah, it's just hard.
If we should actually try to get him to play like one of the Dark Souls. I'll even run through it with him.
We could do Bloodborne.
I mean, again, I can also run it through that with him.
So, because Bloodborne's free if you get the PS5.
So we can do that with you, Nolan, because those games.
Nolan, I can actually play with you. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
I have it too.
Well, right. like I can, because when you have a PS5, you can do picture in picture. So like I can actually, we can actually play together, and we can actually watch each other play at the same time on our screens.
Cool.
And so we could like, and then Austin can just yell at us about how terrible we were at the game.
So I mean, I can actually join you guys,
and then we can just stream it.
Me. 3 of us can actually join.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Tex and my friend Rory, we always play through it.
I really should get a capture card because it'd be way better on my monitor.
You should get a capture card.
Actually, that's a lie. My TV's better than my monitor right now. Now my TV's better. Can't argue with that 4K, 60 frames per second shit. God,
does anybody else feel like a weird flex going on right now?
Man, my fucking TV, my PS5, my Switch, all my mini consoles, my built PC, my 2 monitors.
Just sitting there going, oh
yeah. 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 That's what broke ass life is like.
Well, that sounds a little better than my broke ass life.
All I can think about is that stupid song by Peter Griffin. Fuck, what was it? You know what? Vamp for me for 2 seconds. I'm gonna get it.
Well, Shapoopy.
No, not that song.
Shapoopy. You still might win her yet.
Oh, here I got it actually. How do I add?
Can you stream it for us?
No, I was gonna like. Oh, can I do this? This makes great radio, guys. It's silence.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's just
it's
a
okay.
weird. It's a weird end for you to just say it. Oh, we got.
Wait.
Here we go.
'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt. Tomorrow I may buy myself a dining room set or this Boba Fett. Credit card
That's,
debt. Credit card debt. Credit card debt.
That's how I feel when we were talking about that. So, but yeah,
Card debt.
and that's what life is like for me. Though I did find out that I actually have a lot of money in coins, so I feel a little better.
Or did you catalog all of them?
No, I still have to go through and catalog them all. Plus, I got handed down like solid gold coins, so those will be about $10,000 on their own.
Nice.
But it's a house,
We
man.
won't share with anybody where you live.
It's a house. Well, it's okay. They're not with me anyway, so it doesn't matter. They're at a disclosed location. Actually, they are actually at a disclosed location. They're actually not even like anywhere with my family. But yeah, no, it's a house, man. So that's what I'm excited for, because that's what I want to buy when we move. Not right when we move, but 2 years after we move. I'm buying a fucking house.
I want to buy a house when I get my divorce sorted.
Yeah, fucking 20 years down the road. Literally have the longest running divorce of anyone in the world.
Well, don't tell her yet. But
Fuck. But yeah, so I don't know. There's nothing really like awesome happening. I'm sure there's lots of awesome happening. People are gonna be like, dude, there's so much you guys can talk about. I'm like, I don't know.
You know what? If there's stuff that's super awesome, you want to hear us talk about it, there, valued listeners, make sure to email in at onepodcast4nerds, and we'll talk about what you want us to talk about
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Let's check the emails now. Nothing. I just have Twitter. But
all I'm doing is building up stories for when we have our episode about dating.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, you won't do it.
I'm just building up too many fucking stories, man.
I know everyone I've ever dated won't listen to this, so I can tell some horror stories later on in life. Especially actually about like 2 of them. So 3 of them. 4 of them if you count this one. So just kidding. She can't hear me, so it doesn't matter. No, so yeah, no, I got some shitty stories, or some funny stories, but also shitty stories. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
no shit, man. Just too busy working, and I could talk about one of those jobs, but I'm not going to risk anybody hearing that.
Oh, what was it? So yeah, I was playing. Oh, so I got to play Mario Party Super All Stars, whatever the fuck it's called, and it's actually like, it's a solid game. Would I buy it? No, but it's a really good game because it basically takes like, 5 boards from the N64, and then just adds mini games from like the whole entire series, which is actually pretty cool. And they kind of added the classic to it back. So they added what like Mario Party should be, not what they were trying to turn it into, which I don't know what the fuck that was. Garbage, I guess. But it's just so much better like in this version. So if I didn't buy Super Mario Party, whatever it was, like the last one, and bought this one, I think I actually would have been a lot happier. But yeah, after we played it, some taxi driver came in with a red shirt and blue vest, and white medical gloves. And I was like, we have played this game too much to the point where like Mario has actually walked into the building. And like I looked at Austin. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And
not this Austin.
Austin
2.0.
And new and improved. But anyways, so it was eerie, man. It was fucking weird. It was well, we did say 2.0. What does that make you?
Can you believe this shit?
Yeah, they probably can. They hear us talk about you enough.
Only good things, though.
Mm.
Only the good things.
You mysteriously disappeared from one episode after we bullied you the episode before.
Also, you don't know what we said when you went to go get your pizza last time, so.
Sure, I didn't listen to the episode, so.
No, and I know your friends like when we make fun of you and they listen to the episode, so that's nice. Spread the word. I'm just gonna call this like we just diminish Austin's self-esteem episode.
I got a lot of it. It's gonna be hard.
Well, then you could probably lose some of that. Probably make making more humble and a better human being.
Good luck with that.
See,
I'm always gonna be horrible.
It's Burning Man, I guess.
Hey, I'm the one that went stalking a girl with my family, so brought my kids along.
Yeah, you want to say that on here?
Are you just gonna put that on the web like that?
I'm not editing it out. So
yeah, no, that was a bit of a mistake.
I've gotten super lazy with the editing in the sense that like if it makes sense, I'm keeping it. The only thing I've edited out is when it's like 20 seconds of silence because like Austin's too busy staring at something.
Oh shit! Maybe I need to explain that.
Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna be weird.
I don't know how to tell you this, but it's gonna be weird either way.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he might be able to dig himself out of it.
Well, yeah.
I think this is the story. I think this is the story we're gonna end on, anyways, because we've been recording for about 45-ish minutes. So.
All right, this is the story about how I accidentally stalked a girl and brought my kids along. Because stalking is a good family fun.
I also am gonna have to change the name of this, like what this podcast like is. Like I have to go back into the descriptions now and be like, this is a video game podcast. It's not. It's a stalking podcast.
So I stalked this person, right?
Stalked this person, right? How not to get caught?
No, how to get caught because you're talking about it online.
There might be some tips in there for that too.
Okay, you know what? To be fair, whenever Nolan does anything bad, he immediately tells the person that he shouldn't be telling what he did bad. He's got a really bad track record.
She has no idea.
Yet.
She's the only one. He's the only one that actually listens to this podcast.
Yeah, it's probably like one person listens to this once earlier.
Well, shit. I got a stink eye from a girl I went on a date with today. Took my kids to gymnastics. She walked by, and this woman in a mask is just staring at me. Just give me the fucking evil eye. And it's like, oh, I remember her.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't say anything. She just kept walking with her daughter. She thought our little date went well, but I really wasn't interested, and she didn't take that very kindly.
All right, so let's talk about the stalking check because we really need to talk about that.
All right, so I need to talk about
girl. You're about to end the fuck.
No. I said this is the last story, and then I'm gonna.
Fair enough.
All right, I was gonna save this for our dating episode, but yeah. So I had a first date with a girl, and I got there first, and I'm waiting, and I see this woman limping down the sidewalk. I only noticed her because she was limping and walking funny, and then she comes into the restaurant and she starts walking towards the table. I'm looking. It's like, that might be her, but man, she really photoshopped those photos online. And yeah, it was her. So sat down, and when you're sitting next to someone or when you hear someone talking, like you can have a conversation online. It's fine. It's great. I've had a lot of great conversations online. But man, when you finally hear their voice, and it's like nails on a chalkboard, oh, it was painful. Oh, it was so rough, hard to stay there. But I was hungry and I really wanted the food because I love the food there. So I stuck it out. Bright Eye.
Oh.
So anyone in Kamloops, Bright Eye.
They don't sponsor us, so you don't need to say that.
All right, fine. But had the ambiance was nice. It had a nice little fire pit, had fire going and all stuff, and it was really nice, except for the sound of her voice and the conversation, which was so hard because trying to carry on a conversation when you don't want to is so fucking tedious, man. Oh, it's painful. It hurts. So after we finish eating, then she leaves. Or we walk out, and I walk her to her car because I'm trying to be nice. No wish to ever see her again. But
this is so horrible, man. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll cut it out now.
So the next day I go spend some time with my kids, and my ex, she was getting a tattoo and she was running late, so she asked me if I could bring the kids and go pick her up. So I drive over to the tattoo parlor, and it's right next to another restaurant. And there's no parking in front of the tattoo place, so I pull around the corner and I'm parked right up against the patio for this other restaurant. I got my kids in the back of the van, and I'm sitting there waiting for my ex to come out. And a woman walks right by my van, right by the passenger door. And it's her from the night before. And she walks into the patio and sits down at the table right, like, we're talking like 20 feet away from my van. She's sitting in a chair facing my van, dead, like straight line of sight, right through that passenger window at me, right? Like, I have no idea how she missed me. And it's like I'm crouching down low, so like trying not to be seen, which is probably the most obvious thing you can do, right? But my kids are asking me, like, Dad, like, why are you sitting like that? What are you doing? It's like, no, kids, like, the sun's shining in my eyes. I'm just trying to like keep the sun out of my eyes, right?
Oh, call me Snake and find me a cardboard box.
When you're like taking out the woman you had your first date with the night before, like, and you're going around, like, you know, you bring your kids. Stalking's family fun. At least for me. Accidental stalking. But yeah, and then this guy walks up to her, and she stands up, they're facing each other, and like they point at each other, they go like mime, like shaking hands, hugging hands, like, shit, it's another first date. Dog, like, good for her, you know, like two nights in a row, 2 first dates. And then I realized, like, what the fuck? It's like, I have got no interest in seeing her again. Never wanted to. Couldn't stand the sound of her voice. But then I started getting pissed off, right?
Jesus Christ.
Because she made so much effort to look so much better on this one. She's got like makeup on, she's got a really nice dress, and I'm like,
you're such a piece of shit. You're such a piece of shit.
And I'm like, check this guy out right. And I'm like, yeah, boy, like, come on. Between me and him, really?
You're not wrong. That would suck, but the one thing that you were upset about is how much better she looked for the other guy. So you don't even give a fuck about her.
But still, it's the principle of the thing, man.
Oh my god.
Like, this guy was like several tiers below me. Like, I mean, I didn't see what car he drove up in.
Maybe she's into that, man.
Fuck,
Maybe you were too good.
Holy shit, that's hilarious. Wow.
Actually, I have a lot to say, but I'm also pretty speechless at the same time. My fucking god.
So yeah, so they both sitting down there, and she's still facing my van, right?
You
And
should
like
have waved.
finally,
Like,
I
oh,
see a,
hey.
I
And
see a
you
part
should
of
have
it.
remember?
you should have told her what you just told us when we started, like when you first popped into this conversation.
Oh no, they're having a conversation. You walk. How come you look way nice for this random fucking guy? I'm way better.
Oh no
looking than him.
no! Like what he told us when he was like when he first came into the conversation with us on Discord,
Okay.
and we thought he said something. Yeah, that's what he should have said. Hi, and then said that. That would have been funny. I mean, honestly, I would have gave you $5 if you said it. I would give you $5. She would never talk to you again ever, and that first date would have went awful. But I would have gave you $5.
Funny as fuck.
That would have been great. Just jump on my van, walk over there, drop that line on them.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, I'm sorry for everyone's listening. Doesn't know what I'm talking about, but it would have been funny. No, no, man. Did you? I don't know. I guess you're just.
She messaged me afterwards, like later that night. She messaged me. So
no, she saw you. Oh
no, but she messaged me afterwards. Like, guess her first date that she got all dressed up for. Decided to look all nice and fancy for the other guy. Didn't go so well. And I'm like, fuck it, no. Like, I almost ghosted her, but it's like, no, just not feeling it. I let her down nice and gentle.
You know what? You actually should have seen it and gone for a date with her and seen how she would have dressed with you on the second date.
But then I would have had to hear her voice. And man,
yeah, it would have been a really funny social experiment.
Dude, I'm just
she
so
didn't
upset.
look good enough dressed up that second night for me to handle another evening with her voice.
This is like the most misogynistic conversation I've ever had.
Mm.
This is horrible.
We listen to a podcast that's way worse than this.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. This is fucking horrible.
It's not really.
It's not that bad.
No, I wouldn't say
it's a funny story.
Yeah, it's just a funny story. I don't know. I wouldn't think it's. I mean, he's not really comparing how she looked then to how she looked like when he went on a date with her. He's just saying that she dressed nicer. That's all.
She put some makeup on. She made some effort for the other guy, and he was like 4 tiers below me.
Maybe that sentence was a little misogynistic. I'll give you that. All right, so that was close, but no. But anyways, fuck. Anyways, Jesus.
I'm a handsome guy.
All right, you're a very good-looking guy, but this is a fucking weird conversation.
Why? It's funny.
It is funny. But
you gotta be more open. You gotta tell us more stories like this.
Because
I don't hear anything from you, Austin.
Like I said, because I don't. I like to joke about being a douche, but I'm not actually a douche. And two, right? Most of my dates go quite well. I can be quite charming, but
you're still single.
It's true. That's the unfortunate part.
So,
but the worst part, I think the worst date thing that I ever had was I went on a date, and I've already told you guys this story. I told Nolan like the day after it happened, right? I was talking to this one girl on Tinder, and she messaged me. She messaged me first. She's like, "Hey, like I seen you. You're the guy who works at the record store. I thought you were really cute." And I was like, "Oh, nice." And we started talking up, and I ended up taking her to Mongo's, right? I know my fucking ego is just fucking like it was awesome. It was already just it was perfect, right? And so shit. This really weird thing that happened is the conversation got onto tattoos, right? And I have a needle phobia, which means I like talk about needles and I start to sweat. I like start to freeze up and everything like that, right? So in my head, I know that a tattoo needle isn't an actual needle, but since it has the word needle in it, it still kind of fucks with me, right? So we gotta start talking about it. So essentially,
Jesus Christ.
So essentially, she we sorry, I'm freezing up. We started talking about it, and then I was explaining like I love the aesthetics of needles and everything like that, but couldn't. I love the aesthetics of tattoos and everything like that, but I couldn't get it because in my head, right? And so we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden she goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of nervous around needles too. I had one break off inside, and then she stopped." And like she cut herself off completely, and I just remember just a dead on stare we had each other in her eyes, and I go, anyway, should probably get some food, right?
I think the funniest thing you said in that whole sentence was that you like the aesthetics of needles.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably the worst experience I've ever had out on a date. Most of my dates go quite well.
Well, that's nice. I'll share mine for another day. All right, let's call her quits. Well, welcome to One Podcast for Nerds, where we don't talk about video games as much anymore. More life stories and life lessons, and we'll just share our own experiences with you of what to and not to do on a first date, I guess. Remember, you can always follow us on Twitter and Instagram at One Podcast for Nerds. You can email us at onepodcastfornerds@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitch at One Podcast for Nerds. You can support us with the Acast supporting system. You can find a link to that below. Anything helps. You can also go to mainjams.com and buy a wicked mug that we only make $2 on, that I haven't seen yet, but I'm the only one that got one so far. So that's awesome.
I'll buy one soon.
On that note, I think that's all for this week. I'm going to change the description of what this podcast means because it no longer is just video games. That's for sure. All right, everybody. Well, I'll talk to you later next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. And have a great and safe Remembrance Day. I think
Yes,
so.
that's coming up.
That is coming up. So, and to our American listeners, don't kill each other on Good Friday or Black Friday, not Good Friday. Holy shit. Black Friday. Don't kill each other. Don't stampede. All right. Shit's coming up quick. Also have a great Thanksgiving, because that's about it.
That's later. We're
really killing
a few
this
weeks away
intro.
from that, aren't we?
No, I'm pretty sure their Thanksgiving is next week, because Black Friday is next Friday.
No, it's the week after.
Well, then whatever.
No,
Fuck
it can't be. That's too soon, man.
Oh, I'm not Googling it because I don't give a fuck. But this is a precursor, so be it. I'm not saying it next week. Here you go. Just listen to this episode. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
All right. Cheers, all.